Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 3 of my best tips for tomorrow's racing. Now before we get stuck into that, quickly just want to apologise for not making a video on today's racing. That was because last night I've been doing a shift at Sky Sports Racing, and by the time I got back it was a bit late and I was pretty tired and exhausted, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's why I didn't get round to creating a video for today's racing. But if you weren't aware about it, I do post it on Twitter every time I'm not going to upload, so make sure you follow me there, where my handle is at LuckyLoader15. And also as well, make sure you subscribe to my channel here, also called Lucky Loaders 15, because it means every time I upload a video you'll get a notification on your YouTube app or on your desktop. So yeah, please make sure you subscribe if you've been watching my videos for quite a while, and remember to hit that thumbs up button. So yeah, let's get into the tips for tomorrow's race, and then got 3 for you tomorrow, and we're going to be starting at Chepstow with the first of them, which is going to be my nap running in the 257, and my nap is going to be a horse called Blackjack Kentucky for Harry Cobden and Paul Nicholls. Now, I'm currently back this horse at the time recording at 15-8, and I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet. Now, so far this season, we've been seeing this horse run over fences where it just hasn't been going to plan to him, and he's going to be going back over hurdles tomorrow, which I don't think is a bad move. He's still quite a lightly racehorse. He's only 8 years old, so he could still have a little bit more to come from him, especially over hurdles. Now, this race as a whole tomorrow looks quite a weak race to me on paper for the grade. There's going to be quite a few in here, the likes of Spirit the Games, that are probably just using this as a prep run to go on to bigger targets, like in handicaps at the Cheltenham Festival. So I'd probably put a line through him. Also as well, Copperhead, a classy chaser, but we haven't seen him back to his best for a little while, so he would be one off my list. So then it kind of it doesn't leave you with too many. And by the process of elimination, I came down on Blackjack Kentucky. Now, he's got a rating of 132 over hurdles, which I do think is fairly workable. He ran okay at Doncaster and really testing ground last season, where he bumped into well-handicapped horse of Fergal O'Brien. So yeah, he has shown quite a bit of form. Also as well, he won a novice hurdle here last season when he beat Walk in the Mill. So yeah, he's got some nice form lines to his name, and he handles the ground very well. I think the small field will help. He's a horse that likes to be handy up there with the running, and he could even make it tomorrow. And if he gets the sectionals right, doesn't go too fast, I think he would be able to outstay quite a few of these. And to me, I think he'll be shorter come post time. Paul Nicholls' stable is still ticking along quite nicely. They are producing winners, despite having maybe a couple of quiet weeks of late. But yeah, they are still going along okay. I think they're operating around about 20% strike rate at the moment. So yeah, not going too badly at all. And I just think Blackjack Kentucky has a lot in his favour tomorrow. Not my most original selection, but I thought he was quite a solid pick. And for me, he's going to be my nap and best bet of the day. I think he'll take all the beating in the 257 at Chepstow. We then go across the Irish Sea for my next best of the day, which runs in the 320 at Thurles. I hope I've pronounced that right, Irish viewers. But yeah, we go to my next best here with a horse called Star Max. You can currently back this horse at 13-2 at the time recording, and I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection for Rachel Blackmore and Joseph O'Brien in the colours of Jigginstown. Now this horse, he's going to be going back over fences tomorrow, where he's got a rating of 129, which I think is actually a fairly workable mark for him. He'd been running over hurdles on his last few starts, where he'd been running okay in some of them, but I think going back over fences is a good move for him. He's not really been tested in proper handicap company of yet over fences. He was running in a lot of beginner chases, bumping into a few smart types, the likes of Darva Star and a few others as well. He has run once, I think, in a novice handicap chase where he ran okay. So I think I've a mark for 129 in this field. He's got a very live chance tomorrow. Also as well, it's going to be the first time he's had a tongue tie, which I think will be able to hopefully help his breathing. And I expect a good prominent ride tomorrow under Rachel Blackmore. The conditions should be fine. He can stay further as well. I just thought there was a lot to like about him, and on some of his older chase form, it brings him right into it. And to me, it just didn't look a particularly strong race. Quite a lot of what I would call exposed types in this race, where I thought he was still maybe unexposed, despite having quite a few goes over fences now, but I think he's unexposed in proper handicaps. And I think, like I said, off a mark of 129 tomorrow, he's still a young horse. He's only a 6-year-old. He could still have a bit more off that mark. So for me, he's going to be my next best of the day, and fingers crossed we can get a good run for our money there. We then come back to this side of the RSC, up to the northern racing venue of Sedgefield. Now we're going to be going with a horse here as my long shot of the day tomorrow in the 4:45 with a horse called Ashjan for Rachel McDonald's claiming 5, and she's riding for Sandy Forster. You can currently back this horse at the time of recording at 11 to 1, and I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection here. Now this horse, you will have to take him a little bit on trust tomorrow. He hasn't got too much convincing form next to his name. He was previously trained by Liz Doyle over in Ireland and wasn't a bad horse over there, but since coming to Sandy Forster's has had a bit of a patchy profile. This horse's best run actually came at Sedgefield a couple of starts ago when he finished 4th behind some nice horses that have been in some good form this season for the grade, the likes of Sobalco, Matty Can as well, so not bad form. When he was actually running that day at Sedgefield, he was running off a mark of 97. He's now been brought down to a mark of 92, and with Rachel McDonald's useful £5 claim coming into the bargain as well, he's basically running off a £10 lower mark. Now he was beaten 16 lengths that day, but he travelled really well into the race for a long way, but then he just didn't find much. However, like I said, I think that was actually a good race at Sedgefield last time. And if you actually look at the context of this race tomorrow, there's a lot of horses in here, in my opinion, that have got serious question marks over them. Now, I know Ashjan has. I did like the chances maybe of Alexandra. I know some of you might like him, but I thought, to be honest with you, he was well beaten last time out at Catterick. I know he might have bumped into one that day of Tim Vaughan's, but the horses that he only just beat home were very low grade animals. So for me, I think Ashjan at 11 to 1 tomorrow has got a good chance. Also as well, Sandy Forster, not the biggest stable in the world, actually had a winner at Chepstow last week. So there are a few things to like about this horse. He's nicely treated at the weights tomorrow. His best run this season came at the track in a race that's worked out quite well. And to me, I think he could be well in here off a mark of 92. And for me, like I said, for me, I just think he's got a good chance. So I'm going to recommend as my long shot of the day tomorrow, Ashjan in the 4:45 at Sedgefield. That's a 0.5 each way selection. So let's just recap then through the 3 tips for tomorrow's racing. The nap of the day runs in the 2:57 at Chepstow with Blackjack Kentucky, 15 to 8, 1 point win only bet. 3:20 at Thurles sees us go for Star Max. There is the next best, 0.5 each way bet at 13 to 2. And then in the 4:45 at Sedgefield, we go with a horse called Ashjan, 11 to 1, 0.5 each way only bet for the long shot of the day. So there are the 3 tips for tomorrow's racing. Like I said at the top of the video, if you're enjoying these videos, please remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe here to my YouTube channel at LuckyLoads15. You can also follow me on social media on Twitter, where that's the best place to do so, and my handle is at LuckyLoader15. If you want to find out a little bit more about myself, my website address is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. Please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.